Picture a suffocatingly hot courtroom in 1940s French Algeria. A man sits on the bench, sweating in the heat, facing the death penalty for shooting another man 5 times. The prosecution is focused almost entirely on a funeral. They ignore the evidence of the shooting to attack the defendant's failure to cry after his mother's death. This defendant is Meursault, an ordinary office worker whose emotional detachment is absolute. The story begins with his famously blank reaction to a telegram. "Mother died today," or maybe yesterday, I can't be sure. At the wake, Meursault simply observes the heat. He drinks white coffee and smokes cigarettes next to the coffin. He even refuses the director's offer to open the lid to see his mother's body, choosing physical comfort over expected mourning. Look at this photograph of Algiers from the era. The towering European architecture reflects a rigidly structured French colonial society. It is a world built on strict rules, clear hierarchies, and highly policed social behaviors. Meursault stands trial for the crime of emotional nonconformity. Society demands a specific performance of grief, and the prosecution is punishing him for his refusal to play along. To understand how we got to this courtroom, we have to look at Meursault's daily routine before the arrest. He goes to his office job, he eats at a local cafe. His reality is completely, utterly ordinary. But his behavior immediately following his mother's funeral shocks the community. He goes down to the beach, swims in the ocean, takes a former coworker to a comedy film, and starts a romantic relationship that same night. When his girlfriend, Marie, asks if he wants to marry her, Meursault says sure, if she wants to. He openly admits that he probably doesn't love her, and that marriage means nothing special to him. On the left, society operates as a complex web of connected emotional and moral expectations. On the right is Meursault. For him, life has no grand meaning. Everything consists of isolated dots, pure physical sensations, like the taste of coffee or the sun's warmth. Meursault's radical, unfiltered honesty drives his actions. He says exactly what he feels, a trait that makes him incompatible with a society that relies on polite fictions to function. This physical reality sets the stage for the story's turning point. In this archival image of an Algerian beach, you can almost feel the baking heat. This is where Meursault encounters a man seeking revenge against his neighbor. Reflecting the colonial divide, the novel refers to this man only as the Arab. As Meursault walks alone on the sand, the afternoon sun becomes unbearably intense. The air grows suffocating. Sweat drops into his eyes. The man draws a knife, and sunlight flashes violently off the blade directly into Meursault's face. Sensory overload and confusion trigger the fatal shots. Meursault fires his revolver 5 times, but the act is devoid of premeditation, ideology, or malice. Back in the courtroom, the prosecution is frantic. They work to frame this random, senseless reaction to the heat as the cold, calculated master plan of a soulless monster. Meursault's own defense lawyer begs him to lie. He pleads with Meursault to show just a little remorse or to shed a single tear to save his own life. Meursault refuses. He will not invent emotions he did not genuinely feel, choosing truth over self-preservation. The jury sentences Meursault to the guillotine. Acknowledging a random, meaningless universe is far more terrifying to them than executing an honest man. On the eve of his execution, Meursault sits alone in his prison cell. A chaplain visits, pressuring him to repent and find ultimate divine meaning in his final hours. Finally, Meursault reaches a breaking point. He explodes with anger, fiercely rejecting the chaplain's religion and the comforting illusion of a peaceful afterlife. Look at this portrait of the author, Albert Camus. Through Meursault's outburst, Camus is laying down the foundation of his own philosophical worldview. Humanity's search for meaning collides with the universe's silent indifference, creating a painful friction point called the absurd. A dotted line tries bypassing it, representing fake narratives like the prosecutor's motive or religion. These illusions vanish. They are a cowardly escape from reality. True freedom comes from the courage to face life's uncertainty. By accepting the universe's indifference with radical honesty,